Look down at your feet right now. If you're wearing sneakers, I need you to really look at them, because in about 4 minutes, you're going to understand why that exact pair might be quietly adding 10 years to everything you've got on. I'm Simone, and welcome back to Stylish After 60. Today we're talking about sneakers. Specifically, 7 mistakes women over 60 make with them without ever realizing it. Small choices, things that seem harmless, but each one sends a message before you even open your mouth. And I promise you, mistake number 5 is one almost every woman over 60 is currently making right now, without knowing it's working against her. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1. Matching your sneakers too perfectly to your outfit. This feels like good styling. It isn't. When your sneakers are the exact same color as your trousers, or they match your top a little too neatly, it reads as trying. It reads as careful. And careful is not the energy we want. Elegant dressing has a little friction in it, a little contrast, something that feels alive instead of coordinated like a uniform. The fix is simple. Let your sneakers do something different from the rest of the outfit. If your look is neutral beige, cream, soft gray, bring in a sneaker with one unexpected color in it, even just on the sole or the laces. If your outfit already has color, let your sneakers be the calm, quiet part. One element should always feel a little independent. That's what makes an outfit look put together by a woman who knows herself, not a woman who's matching by the rulebook. Mistake number 2. Choosing sneakers that are too bulky or too heavy looking. I want you to think about the actual shape of your shoe for a second. Chunky, thick-soled sneakers might feel supportive and comfortable, and comfort matters truly. Nobody's telling you to suffer for style. But visually, a heavy shoe drags the whole leg down. It shortens your line. It makes even a beautifully put-together outfit look weighted at the bottom, like gravity is winning. This is one of those mistakes that hides in plain sight because the shoe feels good, so we assume it looks good too. And honestly, most shoe shopping happens with your feet, not your eyes. You try it on, it feels soft, it feels supportive, and you stop looking any further. But step back and actually look at yourself in a full-length mirror sometime with those on. Watch what happens to your silhouette. The fix is to look for a slimmer profile. A low-profile sole. Something that still gives you support but doesn't look like it belongs on a hiking trail when you're just going to lunch. There are plenty of walking sneakers now built slim and supportive at the same time. You don't have to choose between comfort and shape anymore the way you might have had to years ago. Your foot should look like it's finishing the outfit, not anchoring it to the floor. Mistake number 3. Sticking with all white all the time. All white sneakers feel safe. Clean, simple, goes with everything, that's the thinking. But here's what actually happens over time. White scuffs. White yellows slightly, especially the sole. And a slightly dulled white sneaker reads as tired, not fresh. It's the opposite of what you're going for. This doesn't mean throw out every white sneaker you own. It means stop treating white as your only option, your default, your safety net every single time you leave the house. Rotate in an off-white, a soft gray, even a warm tan leather sneaker. These colors are far more forgiving, they hide wear beautifully, and honestly they photograph better too. White should be one option in your rotation, not the whole rotation. Mistake number 4. Wearing sneakers with the wrong sock length. Now this one nobody talks about, and it matters more than people think. Ankle socks that peek out just slightly above a low sneaker, or worse, tube socks pulled up with a sporty sneaker under an otherwise elegant outfit. This breaks the entire line of the leg. It draws the eye to a spot nobody was supposed to look at. It creates a visual stop right at your ankle in the worst possible place. Comment below and tell me honestly, is this one you? Because I promise you're not alone. The fix here is almost embarrassingly simple. If you're wearing trousers, go for a no-show sock or a low-cut sock that disappears completely. If you're wearing your sneakers with something cropped, ankle length or bare, choose the sneaker with that in mind and skip the visible sock altogether where you can. Your leg line should read as one continuous, unbroken movement from hem to shoe. No stops. No interruptions. Mistake number 5, and I promised you this one. This is the mistake almost every woman over 60 is making right now without realizing it. Ready? Wearing sneakers that are technically in good condition but visually outdated in their shape. Here's what I mean. Your sneakers might be clean. Not a scuff on them. Barely worn. And yet, somehow they still manage to look old. That's not about condition, that's about silhouette. Sneaker shapes evolve the same way every other piece of clothing does. A shoe that was considered fresh and current 8 or 10 years ago has a shape that quietly signals outdated now, even in perfect condition, even spotless. This is the one nobody catches because we're taught to judge our shoes on cleanliness, not on shape. You check for stains, for wear, for scuffs, but never once do you check whether the actual silhouette has aged out. And that's exactly why this mistake is so sneaky. It hides behind good maintenance. The fix is to occasionally, maybe once every couple of years, actually look at your sneaker shape with fresh eyes. Ask yourself honestly, does this remind me of something from a decade ago? If the answer is yes, it's time for an update regardless of how clean it still looks. A current silhouette, even a simple, understated one, instantly reads as more with it than an outdated shape ever will, no matter how well you've cared for it. Mistake number 6. Only wearing sneakers with casual outfits. This is a mindset mistake more than a styling one, but it shows up visually every time. So many women over 60 box sneakers into one category, strictly for errands, strictly for the gym, strictly for casual days. And then when it's time to dress up even slightly, the sneakers stay in the closet and something stiffer, something less comfortable, something less like you comes out instead. But some of the most elegant looks right now involve a sneaker paired with something completely unexpected. A tailored blazer, a flowing midi skirt, even a structured dress. It shouldn't feel like a contradiction, it should feel like confidence. Think about it this way. The woman who wears a clean white sneaker under a beautiful linen dress isn't dressing down. She's telling you she doesn't need permission to be comfortable and elegant at the same time. That's a powerful thing to communicate without saying a word. The fix is to stop mentally filing sneakers under casual only. Try pairing your cleanest, simplest pair with one dressier piece this week. Not the whole outfit dressed down. Just one elevated piece meeting one relaxed piece. That contrast, that mix of formal and easy, is exactly what reads as effortless and current, instead of like you're trying too hard or not trying at all. Mistake number 7. Ignoring how your sneakers sit at the back, near the heel. Almost nobody checks this part of their shoe, but it matters more than you'd expect. Over time, the back of a sneaker, right around the heel, tends to crease, cave in slightly, or lose its original shape from being pushed on and off without being properly laced or fastened. Maybe you're in a hurry most mornings, maybe you just step in and out without unlacing. Most of us do it without thinking twice. From the front, the shoe still looks fine. But from behind, or when you're walking away from someone, that collapsed heel tells a very different story. It reads as worn out, even careless, even when the rest of the shoe looks perfectly fine from where you're standing. And here's the part that stings a little. You might be the only one who never sees it because you're never behind yourself. Everyone walking behind you sees it clearly. The fix is simple maintenance, honestly. Always undo the laces fully before taking your sneakers off instead of just sliding out of them. It takes an extra few seconds and it protects that heel shape for years longer. And every so often, actually turn your sneaker around and check the back for yourself, maybe even ask someone close to you to take an honest look. It's the part everyone forgets to look at, which is exactly why it's the part that quietly gives you away. So there you have it. 7 mistakes, 7 simple fixes, and none of them require you to spend a fortune or throw out your entire sneaker collection. Here's what I want you to take away from today. Sneakers are not the enemy. They never were. Comfortable, practical footwear and elegant, current style are not opposites. They were never meant to be opposites. The only real enemy here is doing it without thinking, wearing the same pair the same way out of habit instead of intention. Now you know exactly what to look for. You know exactly how to fix it. And that's the entire difference between a woman who wears her sneakers and a woman whose sneakers wear her. Next time we're talking about something just as sneaky, the handbag mistakes that are doing the exact same thing to your whole look, without you ever suspecting the bag on your arm. You'll want to see that one. I'll see you there.